Yo, what is going on, guys, and welcome back to some Pokemon Showdown. Now, today we're going to be doing a little bit of a Smogon OU live. We are going to be using our Hoopa Unbound squad again. Of course, the version 2 squad, because honestly, it is a lot better than the current version, or the very first original version of the Hoopa Unbound squad. But either way, I'm going to go and search for a battle here, and I will be right back with you guys when we find a battle. Never mind, we're already in a battle, so we're in a match. This guy is going to be bringing a pretty awesome team. I would go out on a limb and just say that the Espeon lead is very plausible. I know that Hoopa Unbound looks like a safe lead to put up against the Espeon, but to be perfectly honest with you, I do not think that we are going to be able to take a Dazzling Gleam. If somebody can run the calcs for me down in the comment section, that would be great, because there's been multiple times where I've wanted to bring a Hoopa in on an Espeon, but I'm just not confident that I can take a Dazzling Gleam from that, like 350 attack. Now, either way, I don't know. Let's go Landorus, because honestly, a Landorus T can just U-turn and get rid of the Espeon. Now, my opponent is going to lead off with the Porygon 2, most likely just going to go for the Ice Beam, so this could be a very awesome, I don't know, a very awesome time to go ahead and U-turn into Clefable, get a couple Calm Minds up, because I know that Clefable can take an Ice Beam, so we're going to bring Clefable in here as you are going to go for the Ice Beam. There it is. We should be able to take it, as we are going to get frozen, unfortunately. What are the chances? Oh my god. In the meantime, I'm just going to go for the Calm Mind. This thing is going to fail, so even if you want to go for the Toxic, actually, that would be amazing, because that would mean that you could not freeze me. Yeah, so either way, I'm just going to go for the Calm Mind here. We are running Magic Guard on Clefable. The Porygon 2 is going to go for the Thunderbolt, as this is probably just going to be a Clefable sweep. I feel kind of bad for doing this, but then again, it's part of the game, so, like, what can you do? Either way, I'm going to go straight for the Calm Mind. Now we're at 2.5 times special attack. Just keep it up, Clefable. You got this, bro. Honestly, if he doesn't switch out now, he's going to be in for such a bad time. Oh my god, he missed Toxic twice. I feel so bad. Just keep on giving me my Calm Minds. I'm so greedy. Man, when it comes to setup, I'm definitely really greedy. So here is my final Calm Mind. I think it is now time to attack him. Definitely a Moonblast is going to be doing a hell of a lot of damage, so he's going to bring in the Donphan, as I'm going to go for the Moonblast. It's going to bring him down to his Sash. Oh, the eject card, or the red card, is going to actually bring in my Landorus. That works for me, as he's going to Ice Shard. I can take it pretty well. Then I can just U-turn out for damage, killing off the Donphan, and we're just going to bring Clefable back in, because I'm going to start setting up again. Because honestly, if Donphan was his only switching against it, hold up, I just realized, this Feraligatr is probably going to Dragon Dance. You know what, whatever. I'm going to go straight for the Calm Mind. It's going to Swords Dance, as now I'm just going to start firing off Moonblast, because I'm not too sure that, I don't really know how well I'm going to take one Waterfall. Oh my god, it is a one-hit KO. That is insane, my friends. Okay, what is my switch in? I don't have a switch in. Let's go Kieran Black. Maybe Kieran Black can do this. I'm going to Fusion Bolt. I have a feeling we can take a Waterfall. I mean, can we? It is 2 times attack. Oh, I'm gonna outspeed and Fusion Bolt. Okay, this is good for me, because he's gonna Waterfall. I can take it, which means that now all I gotta do is go for the, I guess, another Fusion Bolt, and then we should be good. Oh, he's gonna Aqua Jet. Alright. Well, anyways, Feraligatr is gonna go down after that Aqua Jet, so it's fine. Totally forgot that Feraligatr got Aqua Jet. It's been like, I don't even know how long it's been since I've been in the UU tier. Either way, I'm gonna bring in Landorus, because it outspeeds the majority of his team. He's gonna bring back in the Porygon 2, as, I'm gonna U-turn out. We're gonna see how much damage that does. Does a decent amount. I feel like it only, yeah, you know what, I feel like it's going to be better to go for the Magnezone, because I almost feel like he's going to go for the Ice Beam, and that is going to be awesome, because Magnezone can definitely tank that. I'm going to go straight with the T-Bolt here, because he does not have a switch in. With his Donphan being gone, I can just fire off a T-Bolt. We are going to grab a crit. That is amazing. He's going to go for his own T-Bolt. Just allow me to keep on T-Bolting. So, there it is, the T-Bolt going to knock out the Porygon 2, and honestly, if he brings in his Espeon, we're probably going to have to sack it, sack the Magnezone, but if he brings in Houndoom, maybe he'll predict me to switch and go for a Nasty Plot. I don't really know. He's gonna go Mega here and Flamethrower, knocking out my Magnezone. Honestly, sacking Magnezone to be able to bring in Landorus here, probably one of the best plays I could have made. I know Earthquake looks really tempting right now, but I want to go for the Stone Edge just in case he decides to switching Crobat. He's gonna actually stay in, as Stone Edge is not gonna kill the Houndoom, but now that I am on this amount of damage, I don't feel too good. You know what, I'm gonna switch in the Powdon here, because I know Stone Edge is a low accuracy move, and I don't want to bank my kill on the Houndoom on, like, a low accuracy move, like a 75% accuracy, so we're gonna switch into Powdon, get the Sandstream up, as he's gonna Dark Pulse. At the end of this turn, Sand will kill him, so that is really awesome. Houndoom is out of the way. I would imagine, if anything, the Crobat is gonna come in here. He's gonna bring in the Espeon. A little odd for me. Maybe he wants to try and predict me to go for the rocks. Either way, he's gonna Grass Knot. Yeah, his Powdon is gone. it is totally gone. But fortunately for us, all we have to do is switch in Landorus and go for the U-turn. And there is no way this Espeon's going to take a U-turn unless it is a little bit physically bulky than usual. If he switches out his Crobat, then we know that his Espeon's probably going to die to the Landorus. And then at that point, I think Hoopa Unbound will be able to unleash a lot of its power. So we're going to U-turn out here, killing off the Espeon. And we are just going to now switch into Hoopa Unbound because, to be honest with you, I almost feel like a Hyperspace Fury is going to do enough to knock out the Crobat. And even if it doesn't, we still do have a Stone Edge to do, I don't know, a good amount of damage to the Crobat. So right off the bat, I'm going to go with the Hyperspace Fury. I do not think we're going to outspeed the Crobat. But then again, a Brave Bird actually might kill us. Yep, well, Crobat's going to knock out the Hoopa Unbound. This entire game right now is going to bank on whether or not we can land the Stone Edge. Man, I love when games come down to the wire like this. I'm gonna go with the Stone Edge. Honestly, I don't see myself landing it. Knowing my luck, I never land Stone Edge, as I don't actually land the Stone Edge. He's gonna go with the Brave Bird. I'm gonna go and give him a little bit of a GG. We are gonna go down, and unfortunately, he's gonna snag the win in that battle. It really just came down to accuracy. Honestly, at that point, we were at a pretty equal skill level. We had a decent team matchup. My OU team's not the best, but it definitely was up to par with his UU team. So, either way, that is gonna be a GG. It came down to just his Crobat, and, you know, I'm gonna give the man props. He did a good game there. He made a lot of good plays. I made a lot of good plays, and that's just how the battle panned out. So, either way, it is what it is. I'm gonna go look for another battle here, try and snag a couple more battles for you guys, try and get a win. Either way, I will be right. Oh, no, never mind. So, this guy is bringing an entire gimmick team. All I see is gimmick. Yanmega Speed Boost, Wonder Guard Shed Ninja, Sticky Web Galvantula, Entrainment Truant Durant, Speed Boosting Scolipede, and a Quiver Dance Volcarona. This is legit all just gimmick. Oh my lord. Alright, well I'm going to lead off the Kieran Black because Kieran Black can hit a lot on his team. He's going to lead Volcarona, which actually is fine by me. Because, to be honest, we should be able to outspeed the Volcarona as long as it doesn't get a Quiver Dance up. Wow, the Volcarona is going to actually be faster here, as I'm going to go with Earth Power, getting a crit, doing quite a bit of damage. I would imagine this guy is going to get greedy and go for another one. So, I'm going to actually take this opportunity to bring in my Landorus, because just because that was a critical hit, I honestly do believe he's going to stand and go for another Quiver Dance. We're going to bring our Landorus in, getting the Intimidate, as he's going to Flamethrower, doing a hell of a lot of damage to Landorus. I really want to go for the Stone Edge, not going to lie, because he does have such an easy switching being Yanmega. But knowing my luck with Stone Edge, which is actually 80% accuracy, not 75, my bad. I really don't know. You know, I'm going to EQ. He might think he's faster with the... Oh, he actually is faster. Wow! Volcarona at the current speed it's at actually does outspeed Choice Scarf Landorus. Wow. Who would have known? So either way, Volcarona is going to knock out the Landorus. That was definitely a misplay by me. I did not know Volcarona was that fast. Alright, well either way, we can bring in Hippowdon here. That'd probably be the better play to switch in from the beginning. So, I'm just going to Stone Edge here because it's going to be 4 times super effective. And, honestly, if he wants to bring in his Yanmega predicting an EQ, bop, I got my Stone Edge. We can take a Giga Drain as long as we can just land the Stone Edge. There it is. We're going to be able to knock out the Volcarona. So, a little bit of payback for missing the Stone Edge in the last game. We finally were able to land it in this game, knocking out the Volcarona, which was awesome. I would imagine, if anything, the Galvantula to come in here, because Galvantula does have access to Giga Drain, and so does Yanmega. Now would actually be a good time to get my rocks up. He's gonna go with the Giga Drain, fair enough. He's gonna knock out my Hippowdon, that is fine. He is gonna get the speed boost, but to be honest with you, I don't think Yanmega can really do anything to my Kieran Black, and if I go for the Ice Beam, that's gonna be 4 times super effective. I'll go ahead and run the calcs with Yanmega up against, like, Kieran. I think the common set is gonna be probably just the UU speed boosting set. And then we'll put it up against Kieran Black, which is just the physically based mixed attacker. Ice Beam is going to be a guaranteed KO, the 1-hit KO. The most damage this Yanmega is going to do to me is with an Air Slash, so, and that could potentially crit. Actually, it has a high critical hit ratio, so, I don't know, let's go with Ice Beam here, see what happens, see how this turn pans out. Really, anything can happen in this turn. I could, maybe, probably not, outspeed the Yanmega and kill it off with an Ice Beam. It could most likely outspeed me, go over the Air Slash, and it could do a lot of damage, or grab a crit, doing even more damage, potentially knocking me out. He's gonna go for the Bug Buzz, surprisingly, as I'm gonna unleash my Ice Beam, knocking out the Yanmega. Now that I just look at his team, it is Mono Bug, and Mono Bug is honestly not bad, especially with a tier that now has Hoopa Unbound running all over it, so that is something that we're gonna have to deal with. Fortunately for us, we are running Fire Punch on Hoopa Unbound, so that is going to be our Shed Ninja check. Galvantula is gonna come in here, and honestly, it is gonna be faster, and it is probably just gonna go for like an Earth Power, or not an Earth Power, probably like a T-Bolt. To be honest, it could probably outspeed me with it, and kill me right now with a T-Bolt or a Bug Buzz. The play to make is to bring in Clefable, since we could probably tank most of Galvantula's hits. The Bug Buzz did absolutely nothing to us, and now I can just go straight for the Calm Mind, and I can set up all over this guy. It's going to be so good. Only problem is, actually no, we're carrying Flamethrower on Clefable, so even if he wants to try and switch in Shed Ninja on a Moonblast, bop, it's gonna go out of there, die. Even if it does have a sash, you know, it only take like 2 turns to knock it out. But either way, I don't exactly know what this Galvantula might be doing. Now would be a good time to set up the Sticky Web, so if he's gonna do that, I think now would be a good time to do it. That's why I almost feel like I'm about to get a free Calm Mind up, because obviously Bug Buzz did nothing to Clefable. Thunderbolt probably won't do anything to Clefable, and his best switching is honestly his Durant. Now that I think about it, if he chokes and misplays and goes for the rocks, then honestly I can catch his Durant on a switching next turn. But he's gonna actually bring in the Durant this turn. I'm gonna get my Calm Mind up, and to be honest with you, I'm really worried about this Durant. I'm really worried. Durant, RU Choice Band, Clefable, Magic Guard, Calm Mind. Flamethrower is gonna be a guaranteed hit KO, 1-hit KO. Iron Head is gonna be a guaranteed 1-hit KO. We gotta find a way to deal with this Durant. I don't want to sack Clefable. I think I'm going to sack Kieran Black, so Kieran Black is really my only switch in. I'm going to bring him in here as I'm going to get my Terravolt, and he's going to go with the Iron Head, knocking out my Kieran Black. Yeah, so the only play to make is to bring in Hoopa, and hope that maybe Hoopa can go for the Fire Punch. I know Durant, if it's Choice Banded, then all we're going to have to worry about is an Iron Head, which actually might kill us. You know, there is no safe move that I can put up against his Durant. This is my only time to kill it, and I gotta do it right now with a Fire Punch. Yeah, I don't know how else I'm gonna take this thing on, because it's a guaranteed 1-hit KO on my Clefable, and although I could bring a Magnezone to take it, oh, he's gonna go with the X-Scissor, proving that he is not Choice Banded, which means that, let me run the calcs, actually. If he's not Choice Banded, then that means, Durant, let me take the Choice Band off of it. Wait, did he take, oh, he's Life Orb. He is Life Orb. Let me see if that, helps at all. Nope, Life Orb is still a guaranteed 1-hit KO on my, Clefable. So, all we gotta do now, we're gonna bring the Magnezone, and we have to absolutely hope to God that a T-Bolt will take out this Durant. Because if it doesn't, we honestly lose to a Durant. And, I mean, a Durant is a mon that absolutely checks my team, so I can't really be mad about that. I mean, it's just the way the game plays. Like, what, 50% of the game is team matchup, 25% of the game is skill, and 25% of the game is, like, RNG, so, I mean, what can you do? Either way, though, I'm gonna go with the T-Bolt here. I don't think it's gonna knock out the Durant. I'll run the calcs during the meantime while he's choosing his moves. He's gonna go with the X-Scissor, which I can eat up, definitely. I can fire off a T-Bolt, actually knocking out the Durant. Why didn't I do that earlier? You know what, Hoopa could have still been alive, and Kyurem could have still been alive, but I just brought in my Magnezone earlier. Either way, the Scolipede is now going to come in. Whoops, oh, you guys did not see that. Alright, that was my desktop. Either way, I am meant to go to the Pokemon Showdown damage calc. But either way, I'm going to put a Magnezone into the damage calc really quick. We will go, OU Choice Specs, and we'll put it up against a Scolipede. OU offensive, no, it's not the offensive Scolipede. It's, probably the Baton Pass lead. Actually, can we find a middle ground between that? Maybe OU Quick Pass. Thunderbolts, according to, I don't know, man. You know, I'm just gonna go with the T-Bolt here and hope it does a good amount of damage. I mean, we are specs, so we should be doing at least a good chunk to the Scolipede, and I doubt it's gonna be able to do anything to my Magnezone, so, if this guy, oh, he's gonna EQ. Alright, well, that's the thing. Now he's got his speed boost. I'm gonna switch in Clefable, and honestly, the best play to make. I'm not even gonna take a turn to go for the Calm Mind. Oh, but he could protect this turn and get his speed boost. Now, I mean, there's no point to. There's no reason for him to do that. Yeah, you know what? I'm just gonna Flamethrower right now. I don't think Scolipede necessarily has anything too bad for me. I mean, Mega Horn is probably his best chance to do the much damage, like as much damage as possible. I'll run the calcs with Clefable. He's gonna Poison Jab. Oh, I completely forgot that Scolipede actually has Poison Jab. I'm gonna go with the Flamethrower, as we're gonna actually snag the burn on him, bringing him down to 12%. But to be perfectly honest with you guys, this is the game. I'm just going to go ahead and forfeit really quick because I know that he's going to win. There's no point in, you know, finishing up the battle. So we're going to look for another match. We have not snagged a win in today's battle. We got one really close game, and then that game we just got wrecked on. So either way, we lost that one. But it's okay. We actually deserved the loss in that one. The first one, not so much. It really just came down to accuracy at the end. So either way, we are in a new battle. And I would imagine, if anything, this guy is going to lead off with an Ambipom, so I'm going to lead Landorus just because not only does it hit Sceptile with the U-turn, but it also hits Hoopa Unbound with the U-turn. It also hits Raichu with an Earthquake, and if he leads Ambipom, then, you know, we got that Intimidate boost, and we can U-turn into something like Hippowdon, or I don't know, we can just hard switch. Either way, this guy's going to lead right off with the Hoopa Unbound. I am going to get the Intimidate drop, and we are just going to U-turn out, because honestly, it's going to be 4 times super effective, and knowing that, the guy is going to actually forfeit and give me the game, so thank you so much. I will totally take the W there, and we're going to look for a different battle. So we are now in a new battle. Honestly, I just want to lead Kyurem Black. I mean, Magnezone might be a better lead. Yeah, because we do have the HP Ice with Garchomp, but we're not going to be outspeeding it. That's the problem. Kyurem Black, if this is Bulky Chomp, then we are going to outspeed it. If it's regular Chomp, which... Hold on, let me take a look at his team. So he's got Special Attacker, which is Azelf, Physical Breloom, Physical Pinsir, Physical Wall Rotom, probably Special Wall Milotic, and Bulky Garchomp to set up rocks. Or maybe it's Azelf rocks, and that's an actual Garchomp. If that's the case, I might want to lead off with a Hoopa Unbound. If it ends up being the Garchomp, I actually might want to go into Hippowdon. Yeah, this guy's going to lead off with the Garchomp. I guess we'll find out now how much damage or what set this Garchomp is. I'll type it in. Let's go Hippowdon, OU Mixed Wall, and then we'll just, you know, calc the damage and see what exact set this is, depending on how much damage an EQ does to the Hippowdon. I mean, the guy might just decide to get up his rocks. I mean, that's always a viable option. Scare me out with Garchomp, get up free rocks, as I'm going to bring in my Hippowdon. Yep, there's the rocks. Okay, so we're not going to exactly find out what kind of set this guy is just yet, but I guess we'll find out right now. I'm going to go with the Stealth Rocks here. And if anything, I really hope this is not offensive Chomp, because then Kyurem Black gets absolutely destroyed by it. But either way, I'm going to try and get up my rocks here, because Mega Pinsir would be a very, very bad thing to switch into rocks. So rocks could be very viable in this game. He's going to make the switch and bring in his Milotic, not wanting to reveal what his Garchomp is. Maybe that hints at the fact that he's probably, this could just be Bulky Chomp. Milotic. I want to bring in the Kyurem, because honestly, what can Milotic do to the Kyurem besides Scald? You know what? He doesn't really have a switch in for a Fusion Bolt, and I could just predict him, you know, Ice Beam on Garchomp. I'm going to bring in the Kyurem, because honestly, a Scald is not going to be doing jack ditty to this Kyurem. He's going to Ice Beam, which is going to, you know, be even better for me. You know what, I might as well, I could predict the switch into Garchomp right now, or I could just go for the Fusion Bolt. What is more worth it? I don't like these. I'm not very good at predicting, but Garchomp seems like such an easy switch in, and we should be able to take whatever this Garchomp has to dish out. Milotic's going to stay in. I'm going to Ice Beam as he's going to Dragon Tail, bringing in my Hippowdon. He's fishing for a safe switch into Garchomp, definitely, or either that or he just wants to Scald my Hippowdon. We know for a fact that we're not going to be able to set up against his Milotic. I guess I'm going to EQ here as he's going to Ice Beam. I can take it as long as we don't get frozen. I can EQ. And then Sandstorm's going to subside. He's just going to keep on going for the Ice Beam. And if that's the case, we can just bring in Magnezone. But we're not going to be outspeeding it. That's the thing. We got to hope for him to Dragon Tail our Hippowdon into Kyurem Black. As he's going to recover. Fair enough. I'm going to go for the EQ. There's nothing else I can do. I don't know what to do against this guy. We just gotta hope that he goes for the Dragon Tail and Dragon Tails me into Kyurem Black. I'm gonna EQ again. You know what? Maybe I should just switch in Kyurem Black. Ice Beam did... How much damage did that do to the Kyurem? It did 21. But then Dragon Tail did 18. And we are on 20. Ice Beam at a high roll would knock out Kyurem, combined with the rocks damage, so... Yeah, the only way we're going to be able to kill off this Milotic with Kyurem is if we bring it in on rocks at the current health it's at and then outspeed and roost. So we gotta kind of sack Hippowdon. We don't have another choice. We're going to land our EQ, and I would imagine he's probably going to go for the recover this turn. So I'm going to slack off. There's the recover. I'm going to slack off, and it's just pretty much going to be a stall off until he goes for the Dragon Tail. And then at that point, I can just Fusion Bolt and pretty much end this game. Milotic's going to go for the Scald. I'm going to Earthquake. Well, it's not going to end the game because he still does have a lot of switch-ins into Fusion Bolt, being like Rotom Wash, Breloom, Sash, in case it does enough damage to bring it down to 1. I guess I'll just go for the EQ here because honestly, Powdon's dead. Our only play to make is to bring in Kyurem. It's the rocks. The rocks are going to actually kill us. unfortunately. I don't know what to do. Don't know what to do. Do we switch in Hoopa Unbound? I mean, maybe. Maybe that's an option. Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna switch to Hoopa Unbound. Maybe Hyperspace Fury will do enough to actually knock out the Milotic. I have confidence that we're gonna be able to outspeed it, as he's gonna bring in Pinsir for some reason. I don't know why that's your switch into Hoopa Unbound. But either way, Hyperspace Fury is gonna actually knock out the Pinsir, which is amazing. There's his Mega out of the way. Milotic is definitely an issue, though. Definitely an issue. He's gonna switch in Breloom. Hoopa Unbound, there's no way it's gonna be faster. I'm just gonna switch in Magnezone as Sleep Fodder. I would imagine Breloom's gonna go for the Spore this turn. Yep, there's the Spore. Now we just bring in Clefable and try and set up as best as possible on this guy. His Sash is now intact. So I'm gonna actually go for the Moonblast instead of setting up this turn. Because in case he brings in his Milotic, he's gonna Bullet Seed. I can take that as long as it doesn't land all the times. Are you serious? It lands 5 times in a row? Oh my god. This guy is trash. Just kidding, he's not trash. But holy crap. I'll bring in Lando. Maybe Lando was the better switch in to begin with. Let me U-turn here. Sorry if you guys keep seeing pop-ups on the screen. People are trying to call me on Skype. That is why you record. That is why you record with Skype on Do Not Disturb. Either way, this guy's going to switch in Milotic. This is going to be really awesome because I can U-turn out, get a crit, and switch in, not Magnezone, but Hoopa Unbound. Hoopa Unbound can definitely do something against this guy's team, so we're going to bring in Hoopa Unbound, and I'm going to go with Hyperspace Fury. There's honestly no way this Milotic is going to live a Hyperspace Fury, so I'm going to go for it. We're going to be able to knock out the Milotic, which is amazing. It is gone. We are going to get the defense drop, sadly. But we have officially knocked out 2 Pokemon on his team. We are slowly catching up. Breloom is going to switch in. He can't go for the Spore. Because Magnezone's already asleep. I could... See, I don't want to switch out Hoopa Unbound and bring in Landorus, only to have it take unnecessary damage the next time I switch it in, and go for the Spore, or get Rocks damage the next time I switch it in. Do we sack Hoopa Unbound? We might have to. Let me think about how this match is going to play out. If I sack Hoopa Unbound right now, it is most likely going to go down to the Bullet Seed. If I bring in Landorus and try to EQ or do something, Breloom probably will die. He does have a good switch in being Azelf, though. At that point, I would have to switch Magnezone in and then switch back into Landorus to U-turn out. It's going to be an iffy game, but I'm going to go for the Fire Punch because it's probably one of the best plays I can make. Oh my god, Hoopa Unbound is going to actually outspeed the Breloom? Bro, I did not know the Hoopa Unbound actually outsped Breloom. Oh my god, that works for me. This guy's going to switch in Rotom. I think I just sack Hoopa here, to be honest, because all we would have to do... Yeah, I'm gonna go for the Hyperspace Fury. It's gonna do quite a bit of damage, knocking out Rotom. Holy crap! Hoopa Unbound, why are you so good? I did not know the Hoopa would actually be able to outspeed Breloom, nor would it be able to one-shot Rotom. This guy's only switching his Garchomp. In comes Garchomp. You know, him not doing that earlier almost makes me believe that this is not regular offensive Chomp. I think this is Bulky Chomp. I'm gonna go with the Hyperspace Fury. Yep, this is actually Bulky Chomp, as I'm going to go with the Hyperspace Fury. We are going to take some Life Orb damage, as he's going to knock us out with the Brick Break. But that's A-okay, because we just go Landorus, and, we just knock off. I think we knock off, because if he wants to bring in Azelf, then there goes its Sash. So we bring in Landorus, Garchomp's attack is lowered, I'm going to get a crit knockoff, knocking it out, and we're just barely going to win this game, because what's going to happen, right? Azelf is going to come in, Rocks is going to break his Sash, down to 88. We're going to switch in Magnezone, as the Azelf is probably going to go straight for the attack. And, he's going to go with the Flamethrower, knocking out Magnezone, fair enough. We're going to bring back in Landorus, and really, this is just going to come down to if... What'll do more damage, actually? Let me calc this. I don't know which is going to do more damage. Let me go Landorus. Landorus T. OU Choice Scarf. Put it up against my boy Azelf. Probably the OU Suicide Lead. U-turn will be doing 90. Let me replace Superpower for Knockoff. Knockoff. Knockoff is going to be doing 83. We got to go for the U-turn. I'm going to go for the U-turn. Honestly, Scarf, it is going to be able to knock out the Azov, and we are going to snag the win in that battle. Oh my god, this has been just a great live session. So, honestly, that match is going to actually wrap up the session and this video. So, thank you all so much for watching, and be sure to take it easy, you guys.